Welcome back for another top 5 zombies video. Today I'll be ranking the top 5 best perks in zombies. And in this video we'll have a guest, my little brother Scott.
What's up?
And if you guys have any video suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I do want to add thank you guys for all the support on the previous videos. It really does mean a lot to me that I'm bringing you guys content that you actually do want to see. So thank you guys for all that. I really do appreciate the support. But with all that being said, I think it's time to cut all the fucking bullshit here and let's get right into the video. So starting off with our number 5 spot, we have Volate.
So I think Volate is probably the most versatile perk in zombies. When killing zombies, they can drop extra ammo and points, and it shows the icons of perks, wall buys, and even the mystery box. Especially that helps since you're underground and buried, and you can't see the light for the box, making it easier to find things, and Buried is the only map to feature this perk, so it's special to this map.
I think the best feature with this perk is that whole like shit particle cloud thing. It's like a shit mist that you stand in and the zombies will just ignore you for about 10 seconds until it like goes away, and that can definitely save you in a pinch. So overall, Volate is definitely a good perk, but I think that there are some better options, so that's why I think that this deserves to be in the number 5 spot. So coming in at our number 4 spot, we have Double Tap. So I personally think that Double Tap is a banging ass perk. I think it's a must-have, and it pretty much doubles your damage. When you shoot, it's 2 shots every bullet. The only downside, I guess, is if you're using wonder weapons. It doesn't really have any effect on them in any way, as far as I know at least. But on any regular gun, it will. And there are technically 2 versions of this perk, being Double Tap 1.0 and Double Tap 2.0. The 1.0 version was in World at War and Black Ops 1. It only seemed to increase your fire rate, and that seemed to drain your ammo a lot quicker. But with the 2.0 version in Black Ops 2, it increases your rate of fire and your damage. So this is definitely a great perk, and it really helps out with guns on the higher rounds if you don't have any wonder weapons, depending on the map. So Double Tap can definitely come in handy. Overall, I think it's a great perk, and it deserves to be in the number 4 spot. And coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Speed Cola. So Speed Cola is easily one of my favorite perks in zombies, and Speed Cola gives you the ability to reload faster. It's a very simple perk, but yet very helpful, and it's on every single map, so you know it's a classic.
Speed Cola is one of the more expensive perks, costing you 3,000. But man, this perk is worth way more than it is. I personally think that Speed Cola is the best perk for camping, and I also think it's a must-have if you're using heavier weapons, like light machine guns and launchers. Otherwise, you will get shot on fairly quickly without this perk.
So yeah, in conclusion, Speed Cola is definitely a great perk, and I think that this deserves to be in the number 3 spot. And coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Stamina Up. So Stamina Up, this perk allows you to run faster and longer, and I'd say that this perk is probably best for doing Easter eggs. It saves a lot of time having to run back and forth the map and trying to get all those Easter egg steps done. That can be very fucking tedious, so this perk definitely really helps with that.
Stand Up is the best perk for training zombies. What I mainly love about this perk though, is if someone is down across the map, I am more likely to get to them faster before they bleed out. This perk is a must-have in one of your 4 perk slots. In conclusion though, this perk deserves to be in the number 2 spot.
And before we get to our number 1 spot, I'd like to shout out a few honorable mentions because there's just too many perks that deserve to be in this video that I just don't feel right leaving out. The first perk being Quick Revive. I wanted to put it here because it's really only useful depending on the lobby. If you're playing solo, it's definitely a must-have, and it picks you up when you're playing solo if you go down, and it basically gives you 3 lives. But if you're playing co-op, this perk is honestly a wasted perk slot, and I don't think that taking up another perk slot just to revive someone 3 seconds faster is really worth it. And then I also wanted to shout out the perk Widow's Wine. So I think Widow's Wine is definitely one of the best perks to save you when you're in a pinch. It pretty much replaces your grenades with Semtex-like grenades, and when hit, the zombies instantly freeze up, giving them a slowing effect.
Melee damage is also increased and adds a slowing effect. When killing zombies, you can pick up the spires back up and reuse them. Personally, what I love about this perk though is when I'm training. I like to throw the grenades in the pile of zombies, allowing me to easily rack up points and easily wipe out the hordes.
But you know what I fucking hate about this perk? The only problem that I have with it is, it can kill the last zombie if you don't throw away your grenades. And to me, that's some fucking apple bottom Jeaner shit right there. So I think Widow's Wine is definitely a great perk, and my last honorable mention goes to Electric Cherry. So I'm a huge fan of this perk, and it's pretty much just like a ring of electricity that kills nearby zombies while reloading. I believe that you have to empty most of the mag, or if not all of it, to activate it. And for some reason, the perk machine was only featured on Mob of the Dead. I don't really know why, but overall, it is not a must-need, but it is still very helpful, and it's a great perk, and I think that it deserved to be in the video. And finally, coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Jug. And I think that this is the obvious answer. It gives you more health, allowing you to take more hits, pretty much giving you a better chance of surviving. This is personally my favorite perk of all time. This was in every single game except for Black Ops 4. And that was honestly a big part of the reason why I didn't like that game as much, simply because of this perk not being in it. That's how much I liked this perk in Zombies. So overall, it's definitely a must-have.
Personally, it's not my favorite perk, but I can see why people would put it in their number 1, as it's classified to be as the most helpful. But as my all-time favorite, it has to go to Stamina. I mean, honestly, mainly because if I'm training and if I run fast enough not to get hit, I won't really need Jug in some situations. But Jug is one of my favorite perks, but it's just not my number 1.
So overall, I personally think that Jug deserves to be in the number 1 spot here. But that's where I'm going to wrap this video up. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.